So right now it's 7:11. This is Saturday, and we are not riding Monday due to cold, which we've all talked about. We also woke up to rain, and according to weather, it's not leaving until 9.
First things first. This morning. We are right now up here. We're gonna be rained in until about 9 a.m. Before 9 a.m. isn't gonna work. So today is Saturday, February 21st. It's around 7 a.m. right now. We're gonna be stuck here for the next 2 hours. Not a big deal. But then that lays out what is our plan and schedule for the next several days. Because Monday
it's going to be too cold and whatnot. And also, South Carolina is having a blizzard of 26, and it won't clear up until Wednesday.
So when I looked it up this morning, they were calling it the blizzard of 2026. And it's basically the entire eastern seaboard, but it gets down to South Carolina and whatnot. Wednesday is supposed to be up in the 60s again. So it's supposed to be all cleared and done. As far as South Carolina, that's for the Buc-ee's location in South Carolina. So leaving to go to there before Wednesday doesn't make any sense. So that leaves us, it's 4 days between now and then. And you take Monday out. So now you're done.
We have 3.
Yes. So we're trying to work the chessboard, and now it kind of looks fairly obvious what we should do as far as the specific steps as we go through. It's just a matter of now going and doing it. Today is going to be Day of the Dragon. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. No matter what happens, today is going to be that day.
So we're going to ride the dragon today and end up in Adairsville, Georgia. And I don't see there would be no real good reason based on we have to get a late start, to go beyond that. So today's will be from here in Kodak to Adairsville. And then tomorrow will probably be Athens to Leeds, and we'll stay the night in Leeds, which also means we'll be staying Monday in Leeds. And then Tuesday will be Leeds to Auburn to Fort Valley, Georgia. It spaces it all out. It's about the same number of miles every day, a little over 200. Fairly casual compared to the 400 plus days we've been doing up until now, which every day so far has been, either shooting for 400 or 400 or slightly over. That's where we're at. Today's going to be a casual day because we don't have any choice to. It's going to be 200 miles from here to Adairsville with the dragon in between.
That's actually not bad. I'll say it, not bad.
He could say this because he survived boss fight.
I've survived day 4.
Okay, so that's it. We're going to be sitting here until 9 a.m.
Start packing at that time and then leave.
Yep.
So,
We don't know where we are.
Yeah, I was about to say, somewhere near the tail of the dragon. Don't ask us for better information. We don't have that.
From the looks of it, we should know where we are. We just don't. Someplace called Look Rock.
Ooh. That's actually really, really nice.
That's why it's called Look Rock.
That makes a lot more sense now as to why it does. It's called that.
That is pretty cool.
Holy cow. Wow, that's cool.
All right, you ready to go?
Yep, I'd say so. Almost dropped the KLR on camera. Oh. Nice.
Okay, so we're sitting here.
It's 7:51.
It's all blurring together. What day is this?
I think 6? Yeah, this
This
is day
is
6.
6. So today was Tail of the Dragon. If you ever get a chance to ride the Tail of the Dragon on a false spring day, we had the entire dragon pretty much to ourselves. I'm going to say it.
Oh yeah, easily. No one
I
else was on.
never saw a car or a motorcycle going in our direction. Probably saw 10 to 12 going the opposite direction. This was awesome. And
Yeah.
that road, that ride, where you don't have to fight with other people for it, that's awesome. That's really cool.
That being said, you should definitely take your time with it. It's
Yeah. The curves aren't, it's really, yeah. The curves are, yeah. I'm sitting here. The curves aren't that, and then I stop and think, no, yeah, there are a few in there that you kind of
They
go.
weren't as bad as it wasn't as bad as day 4 stuff.
It's not the
The
curve.
issue is
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
day 4 stuff was a problem because of rain and
Okay,
fog.
I'm gonna ask this question. I know my vote, but Dale the Dragon versus boss fight.
Boss fight harder.
Boss fight harder. Not taking away from anything from the dragon. It's
It's fun. It's difficult, but it's not harder than a massive rainstorm on motorcycles.
freezing mist, slick black ice and mountain roads. Boss fight was just plain boss fight.
Yeah.
But okay, Day of the Dragon, fantastic ride, great ride, especially if you can do it when you don't have a whole bunch of people on it. The big thing with the dragon is the ramifications if you screw up.
Yeah.
Once-
Best case scenario, you go into the mountain. Worst case scenario, you go off the
the
mountain.
mountain, yeah. It's a great set of curves. I mean, it's fantastic for a ride, for that type of thing. But what makes Dragon intimidating is the fact that if you screw up,
You have multiple problems.
Yeah, many problems that immediately come into effect.
We are going to talk about what is happening as of schedule. And that is, we decided to ride right before there's a thing called the Blizzard of 2026 coming through.
What we're doing, though, is
We're moving to avoid significantly. We're dodging.
we're dodging.
Yes. We're going to be in Leeds, preferably by the time Leeds, Alabama, by the time that the Monday happens, and then on Tuesday we go through. I think it's Auburn and then Fort Valley.
Fort Valley.
So on Wednesday, which is roughly when when South Carolina is able to be opened up for people to ride through, that's when we ride.
So Wednesday, everything should be warmed back up as far as getting up to South Carolina, and we'll ride up to South Carolina on Wednesday. That was that riding to South Carolina on Wednesday was always part of the schedule. So we were just trying to figure out where to be. So we're probably not going to ride on Monday. We're going to find a place to sit, and it looks like Leeds. So
Leeds is going to be, at least in my opinion, going to be the best spot to be able to just sit for a day.
that's where we are. So today's 21st. If we hold to the schedule, we are in Florida on the 27th. All right, that's it. We're up. The update's complete.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Looks nice.
It is. Now the question is, where are we? I feel like I should know this place. This feels like some place people would know.
I mean, there's a sign right there.
Let's just...
You know, I'm gonna go look at that.